Apple in 2021 announced the next-generation iPad Pro with the same M1 chip found in the latest Macs, Thunderbolt and USB 4 support, 5G connectivity on cellular models with M-Wave support in the United States, and more. iPad Pro 2021, Design and Display. You'll have the choice of two sizes for the new iPad Pro 2021. It either comes in an 11-inch model or a larger 12.9-inch model. While in previous years the two tablets have been similar in spec, 2021's models have the iPad Pro 12.9-inch offering better screen technology. If you opt for the larger model, you'll get the best display specs we've ever seen on an iPad. This is Mini LED technology, and it's being marketed as Liquid Retina XDR. What does that really mean? The specs being shown off by Apple include 1600 nits of peak brightness, a 1,000:1 contrast ratio, and a 120 Hz refresh rate. Its resolution is 2732 by 2048, and all that adds up to an OLED rivaling level of display. The iPad Pro 11-inch model is a touch lower in spec, with a more conventional LED screen, but it's still offering 600 nits of brightness and a resolution of 2388 by 1668. Both sizes have a pixel density of 264 pixels per inch. There don't seem to be many design changes from the iPad Pro 2020 here, so I expect a similar look to that product. Instead, Apple has focused on improving the internals of each iPad Pro. That said, the iPad Pro 12.9-inch 2021 is slightly thicker than its predecessor at 6.4mm, other than that the dimensions of both slates are the same as the 2020 models. However, that extra thickness means some cases, including the pricey Magic Keyboard. Weight differs slightly from the previous models, but it's similar, with the iPad Pro 11-inch 2021 coming in at 466 grams, or 470 grams for a cellular model, and the iPad Pro 12.9-inch 2021 being 682 grams, 685 grams respectively. It's also available in either space gray or silver. iPad Pro 2021, Performance and Specs. Apple has now included the M1 chip from the MacBook in the iPad Pro, so this should make it the fastest iPad ever, and it has the potential to make this one of the best tablets on the market. This may also make it comparable to MacBook products in terms of its performance, but we won't know for certain until we've got the product in our hands. Apple has said the 8-core CPU will offer up to a 50% jump in performance compared to the iPad Pro 2020. Plus, it'll offer up to a 40% GPU performance jump over the same iPad Pro from 2020. As for RAM, you'll get 8GB with models offering 128GB, 256GB, or 512GB of storage, while models with 1TB and 2TB have 16GB of RAM. That top storage option is more than we've seen on an iPad before. There's a Thunderbolt port on the new iPad Pro, too. That means you can connect a variety of new gadgets to your iPad with support for up to 10 gigabits per second Ethernet and other high-performance accessories, like external displays and fast externals. The Thunderbolt compatibility means you'll be able to pass huge files between devices much faster, like a connected SSD, and stream 6K footage to an external display thanks to the larger bandwidth on offer. There's also 5G connectivity on the new iPad Pro, so you'll be able to connect to next-gen internet if you have a compatible service. If you live in the US, the new iPad Pro 2021 will offer M-Wave connectivity too. It's currently unclear for other markets around the world what will be offered, but could bring up to 4 gigabits per second speeds in the right conditions. It's worth noting that you'll want to opt for the cellular variant of the new iPad Pro to be able to connect to 5G as well. iPad Pro 2021, Battery and Camera. We've yet to hear how big the battery is in the new iPad Pro, but Apple claims this will offer all-day battery life, or for more specific numbers up to 10 hours of web browsing on Wi-Fi or watching videos. Exactly what that means in real-life use won't be clear until we get this product in our hands and we can run our own specific tests, but the mini LED screen is going to require more power on the 12.9-inch model. However, Apple isn't claiming any better battery life on the 11-inch iPad Pro, so it's clear that the smaller battery size there is the limiting factor. As for the camera, the front-facing one has had an upgrade. It's now a 12MP f/2.2 ultra-wide one with a 122-degree field of view. This enables a new center stage mode that lets the camera track you during video calls and make sure you always stay in the shot, even when you're moving around. If you add in more people to the frame, the camera will zoom out to accommodate them and move back in when they exit. Center Stage also works with third-party apps, assuming they choose to support it, so you could potentially use it in things like Zoom. The iPad Pro 2021 also has a 12MP f/1.8 main and 10MP f/2.4 ultra-wide camera on the back, just like the 2020 model, and a LiDAR sensor as well. While the tech might not have changed, the M1 chip has improved image signal processing, ISP, and can now capture richer photos, and has enhanced autofocus speeds too. What about the iPad Pro price? It starts at $799, £749, £1,199 for the 11-inch version and $1,099, £999, £1,649 for the 12.9-inch version. That smaller variant is the same price as the last iPad Pro, while the larger variant is now more expensive for the 2021's model. Thank you for watching. See you on the internet. Bye.